The price of disrespect is one you'll learn too late. I've built my peace on the foundation of knowing who I am. And if you cross it again, regret will be all you feel. When you've been pushed to your limits, there's no coming back from it. Touch them again, and the regret will last longer than the moment you chose to act recklessly. The deepest regret comes from pushing someone who's learned the art of standing firm. Touch them again, and you'll learn that lesson the hard way. You've made the mistake once, but I won't let it happen again. Touch them again, and the regret will be yours, etched in the truth of what you've lost. I am not the same person I once was. Touch them again, and you'll regret the moment you ever thought you could cross someone who's found their inner strength. My peace is not a playground for you to disrupt. Touch them again, and you'll see that the consequences you feared will come when you least expect it. I protect what's important to me with everything I have. Touch them again, and you'll learn that there are consequences for disrupting my peace. I've learned that the strongest thing you can do is walk away. Touch them again, and you'll see how deeply regret can take root in someone who knows their worth. I may have been patient before, but now I know better. Touch them again, and you'll regret not realizing that I'm someone who stands firm. Touch them again, and you'll realize that regret will be the only thing you'll have left once you've crossed someone who is no longer afraid to stand their ground. I will not allow my peace to be shattered. Touch them again, and you'll soon see how swiftly regret follows when someone learns to protect their heart. I've spent too many nights healing from the things I let slide. Touch them again, and the regret you'll feel will be far greater than any pain I've endured. Cross me once, and I'll move on. Cross me twice, and you'll see that the regret of my silence will be louder than anything I could say. Touch them again, and you'll regret every moment you spent taking advantage of someone who now knows exactly how to protect themselves. My silence is not weakness, it's strength. Touch them again, and the regret will be yours to carry for the rest of your life. I've learned to guard my peace like it's the most valuable thing I have. Touch them again, and you'll realize just how much you've lost. You may think you can walk all over me, but I have learned to stand tall. Touch them again, and you'll regret the day you ever underestimated my strength. I don't fear what's to come. Touch them again, and you'll quickly see how my silence speaks louder than words ever could. What's done cannot be undone, but I'll make sure that no one ever makes the same mistake again. Touch them again, and the regret will weigh heavily on your conscience. I no longer let fear control me. Touch them again, and you'll regret the moment you realize that I am not someone to be underestimated. Cross my boundaries, and you'll quickly see that the consequences are something you'll never forget. Touch them again, and you'll regret your actions. The past is behind me, but the lessons stay with me. Touch them again, and you'll regret ever testing someone who's learned how to defend their peace. I know my worth now, and I won't tolerate disrespect. Touch them again, and you'll regret the day you ever thought you could hurt someone who knows how to stand tall. Once you cross me, there's no going back. Touch them again, and you'll regret not realizing sooner that I won't let anyone harm me again. Touch them again, and you'll soon find that the regret you feel will haunt you longer than any moment of your life. I will stand my ground, no matter the cost. Touch them again, and you'll realize the price of crossing someone who's learned the art of self-preservation. I no longer give people second chances to hurt me. Touch them again, and you'll quickly learn that regret is the only thing you'll take away from this. Crossing my boundaries is a mistake you won't make twice. Touch them again, and the regret will be etched in your mind forever. I've learned the hard way that peace is priceless. Touch them again, and you'll regret testing the strength of someone who values their inner tranquility. There's no room for regret in a life lived with boundaries. Touch them again, and you'll understand why it's always better to respect the peace someone has fought for. In the stillness of my thoughts, I find clarity. No one will ever cross the line again without facing the consequences. I will protect what is mine, not out of spite, but out of strength. It's not about revenge, but about the peace I've earned. I will not let anyone disturb the tranquility I've fought for, and if that means standing firm, then I will. There's a power in being silent, a force that speaks louder than words ever could. Touch them again, and you'll realize too late the strength I've built in my solitude. The weight of my silence speaks volumes. I will not tolerate what once broke me. If you dare to challenge my peace, I will stand stronger than ever before. You may think you can walk away without consequence, but there's a price to be paid for pushing those who protect with love. Cross the line, and you'll learn the price of my resolve. I've walked through the fire and emerged unburned. If you touch what is sacred again, you will regret it, not because of my anger, but because of my unshakable sense of self. My peace is not for sale, and I won't stand idly by while it's taken. Cross that line again, and you'll learn that the only regret will be your own. Every boundary I set is an act of self-respect. I will not let anyone take away the hard-won peace I've found within. Touch them again, and the regret will be yours to live with. In my quiet strength, there's power. Touch them again, and you'll discover how deeply the consequences of your actions run, far deeper than you can imagine. I've learned to protect my heart with a strength that's unseen but unyielding. Cross it once more, and you will regret the day you ever underestimated my resolve. There is an unmatched power in knowing when to walk away. Touch them again, and you'll wish you had never tested the strength of someone who chooses peace over chaos. They say patience is a virtue, but they never warned you about the regret of pushing someone who has learned how to protect what they love. Touch them again, and you'll feel it. I'm no longer the person you once knew. Touch them again, and you'll quickly realize that I've changed. My peace is not something you'll ever take from me again. Silence isn't a weakness, it's a shield. Cross it again, and the regret will weigh heavier on your heart than any confrontation ever could. There's a strength in choosing to walk away. Touch them again, and you'll soon understand why I choose peace over conflict, even if it means losing people who don't respect my boundaries. Every wound I've healed, every scar I carry has taught me one thing: never again. Touch them again, and you'll see the strength I've cultivated in my silence. My love is a fortress, and I defend it with a strength you'll never fully comprehend. Cross that line again, and you'll regret ever challenging my resilience. You can test the waters, but once you cross that boundary, the regret will drown you. I have learned to protect my heart, and you won't get another chance. The power of a person who knows their worth is underestimated. Touch them again, and you'll quickly learn the regret of disrespecting someone who no longer tolerates it. I may have allowed things to slide before, but now I know my value. Touch them again, and you'll regret not having understood that sooner. The feeling of betrayal is one I no longer carry because I've learned the power of saying no. Touch them again, and you'll find out how heavy regret can feel. There's strength in my silence, and it will be your greatest regret if you ever decide to challenge it again. I no longer fear confrontation. I fear losing myself. Touch them again, and you'll regret it because I've become someone who knows exactly how to stand firm. When you've fought for your peace, it's not something you'll ever let someone take away. Touch them again, and you'll regret ever testing the calm I've worked so hard to create. You've crossed the line before, but never again. Touch them again, and you'll regret underestimating the power of someone who has learned to stand up for themselves. I've fought too hard to find my own strength. If you dare to touch them again, the regret will come in waves, waves that you'll never outrun. I've learned that the only person who can truly harm me is the one I allow to. Touch them again, and you'll wish you'd respected the lessons I've learned in self-love. Cross me once, and it's a mistake. Cross me twice, and it's something you'll regret for the rest of your life. I've mastered the art of saying goodbye, and I do it without regret. Touch them again, and you'll wish you had never made me learn that lesson. My strength lies in my boundaries. Touch them again, and you'll quickly understand the power of someone who has learned their worth.